Welcome to the California Stories podcast from My Wine Radio. Hear California Stories each hour following our 50-minute music sweeps. We have cool things to do, fun places to see, and sometimes just great trivia about California. California Stories on My Wine Radio. A new website keeps you up to date on fires in Northern California. WatchDuty.org is a website, and there's also a WatchDuty app. They say we are a nonprofit and non-government organization building tools and systems to help citizens and first responders recognize and track danger from extreme weather events to help everyone stay safe and informed. WatchDuty goes on to say our team includes skilled radio operators, firefighters, and citizen information officers who provide up-to-the-minute information pushed directly to your phone. They pull information from public channels like police and fire scanners, satellite data, fixed and aerial photography, and more. Their goal is to help you discover and track wildfire hazards in real time, and also very soon they're going to allow you to upload photos of what you're seeing to help first responders and your community. WatchDuty currently provides updates for Sonoma, Lake, and Napa counties in Northern California, and you can see the map at app.watchduty.org. The 2021 Lafayette Art and Wine Festival has been canceled. Organizers say, as we all know, there has been a significant setback in the public health response to the pandemic, driven by the Delta variant and low vaccination rates, not in La Miranda, but elsewhere. Logistical issues have made it impossible to implement effective guidelines or rules to allow for a safe and comfortable event for everyone. Therefore, the 2021 Lafayette Art and Wine Festival has been canceled for this summer. They look forward to a terrific 2022 Lafayette Art and Wine Festival, where we can all once again welcome everyone to our charming downtown and celebrate together with amazing music, art, food, wine, beer, shopping, and friendship. The Desert Sun reports that Indio will continue to be the home to the Coachella Music and Arts Festival until at least 2050. Recently, the Indio City Council approved a decades-long extension of the development agreement between the city and Golden Voice, the company that has put on the festival since 1999. Indio lost millions due to the cancellation of its Golden Voice festivals amid the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. In 2019 alone, the city made over $3.5 million in ticket sales and taxes from Coachella and Stagecoach. The next Coachella Valley Music Festival is scheduled for the weekends of April 15th through 17th and 22nd through 24th, 2022, with Travis Scott and Rage Against the Machine set to headline, and Stagecoach, the country music counterpart, also from Golden Voice, is set for April 29th through May 1st of 2022. A new tasting room is coming to the tiny little town of Rutherford in Napa Valley. Experience Mathew Bruno wines at a new Rutherford tasting destination in spring of 2022, as Mathew Bruno unveils its first ever tasting destination next year. It's opening in spring of 2022, and they will offer a one-of-a-kind environment for guests to discover esteemed single vineyard wines from some of the most sought-after sites in the Napa Valley. Our wines are classically elegant in style, and our aesthetic is to present the unique atmosphere of the Napa Valley. So it's fitting that we'll be able to welcome guests to a location rich with history. From the first time we saw this beautiful property, it has felt like our home. We're bringing the same thoughtful care and attention to detail to this space as we do to our wine, said Mathew Bruno, winery founder. Rutherford is also a special place for us. Our flagship Cabernet Sauvignon comes from a vineyard that was originally planted by Mrs. Thompson Rutherford in the late 1800s and is a few short miles east of our new home. It's harvest time all over California, and the Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers Alliance, a non-profit trade association representing more than 100 wineries and 140 grape growers in the Sonoma Valley, continue the tradition of their annual harvest kickoff ceremony and bell ringing at the Mission San Francisco Solano in the Sonoma Valley. This is the 197th harvest for Sonoma Valley. Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers Alliance developed this ceremony to recognize and celebrate the demanding work and unprecedented dedication of Sonoma Valley growers and vintners as they continue to produce the highest quality wine grapes and wines. On August 17th, the entire community of Sonoma Valley participated in the bell ringing, symbolizing the beginning of Sonoma Valley's most anticipated time of year, which signals to the community at large that the harvest has begun. The bell ringing and harvest blessing is one of our Sweet Valley's most exciting and anticipated traditions, said Prima Behan, SVVGA board president. The energy is always high as we prepare ourselves as a valley and an industry to get the magnificent work of harvesting grapes and making some of America's finest wines. To mark the 197th harvest is a point of immense pride for our entire region. It is an honor for me to serve the SVVGA and our amazing membership as we leap into action for this vintage. Heineken USA is launching a canned sparkling wine that they say is a modern take on traditional mead. This is from CSPDailyNews.com. Comb and Hive is a crisp wine made with wildflower honey and real sugar fermented with orange blossom flower and a hint of fizz, the company said. The drink will be test marketed in Denver and Nashville starting on Labor Day. It'll be sold in 12-ounce 4-packs. Each has 6.9% ABV with 150 calories and 2 grams of sugar. For Comb and Hive, it's all about connection, said Carla Flores, Director of Commercialization, Innovation, Marketing at Heineken USA. The honeycomb prominently displayed on the front of our can symbolizes the connection in its purest form, allowing bees to knit themselves together and produce golden wildflower honey. Marry that with orange blossom, and you have a drink crafted and made for connection. Meanwhile, IHOP is testing beer and wine in New Mexico and San Diego. NRN.com says the new Bubbles Wine and Brews menu at IHOP features national beer brands including Bud Light, Blue Moon, and Corona, and Barefoot brand wines by the glass, including Bubbly Brut, Bubbly Chardonnay, and Cabernet Sauvignon. Mimosas, sparkling wine with orange juice, are also available. The new menu might also feature locally sourced beer and wine in different communities, IHOP said. The new options are available for dine-in only, except where carry-out alcohol is allowed, and prices vary by location. Our recent Drinks and Dining survey of Americans unveiled that 66% of our recent guests and 58% of our younger guests, ages 21 to 34, have been craving an alcoholic beverage to accompany some of their IHOP favorites, said IHOP President Jay Johns in a press release announcing the test. He says it's the perfect time to launch this offering and gauge excitement from our guests about the new selection. As we continue to focus and expand on our daytime and evening menu options, adult beverages offer a terrific innovation and evolution to enjoy IHOP for every occasion. Parklets are going to be removed from Paso Robles later this year. KSBY reports Paso Robles decided to get rid of Parklets later this year, and some business owners aren't happy. I just think it's a very irresponsible stance at this moment because nobody knows where this coronavirus Delta variant is going to go, said restaurateur Carol McDonald of Paso Robles. The Paso Robles City Council decided to close down all Parklets by November 1st. The announcement read in part, "It is understood that the Parklets were a temporary response to an emergency situation," but restaurateur McDonald says that we're not out of the woods yet. She says the Parklets allow her to space out tables, bringing in more streams of revenue for both restaurants and the city, and that patrons want to sit outside to feel safe. Thanks for checking out the California Stories podcast from My Wine Radio. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. You can hear California Stories each hour following our 50-minute music sweeps at mywineradio.com. We'll see you next time on the California Stories podcast from My Wine Radio.